And with us right now, we've got Robert Brill. Robert, you are the founder and CEO of Brill Media. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Josh. Happy to be here.
Now, you have a great tagline, and that is that if you want to advertise like a Fortune 500 brand, well, you may not necessarily have a Fortune 500 brand budget, but you're actually able to provide a service where people are able to advertise on platforms that may have not been accessible to them. So I'd really love to learn how you do that.
The basic thesis for our business is, advertise like a Fortune 500 brand without spending a fortune. Every brand that you know and love that you buy on a regular basis are using tools that provide a lot of data, like hundreds of thousands of different audience segments from hundreds of partners like Oracle, Axiom, Nielsen, MasterCard. They're using algorithms, they're using the best inventory available in the marketplace. And these big brands have a massive advantage. And we're bringing that advantage to small and mid-sized advertisers. So the ability to do things like understand where people go in the physical world and serve ads based on where we've seen them. Like if you've walked into a Bank of America branch, like I know you bank at Bank of America. So I can, with that knowledge, with that signal, I can make a decision about the type of person that you may or may not be, along with other factors like demographics and financial and the things that you're searching for on the web and who your friends are on social media. And that's really valuable, sophisticated precision advertising that we're making available for small and mid-sized advertisers.
Yeah. And so what's your secret? Like, how are you able to, what have you done that allows you to provide this for a client?
Yeah, I mean, look, our unfair advantage is that I've been in the business for 16 years. I have an incredibly valuable network. So our director of client services, his name is Tony Price. I've known him for 20 years. We went to school together. This is now the third time I've hired him. So the relationships that I have in this business have allowed us to grow. I have incredibly valuable relationships with some of these big demand side platforms that have allowed us to get access to these tools and provide value in a way that is unheard of in the realm of small and mid-size advertising campaigns. And so we've been able to scale that with our friends, our partners, the relationships we have in the business. And the best point of advice I can say is if you have a network, nurture it, grow it, be a value-driven provider of information to your network, and that will be paid back to you in leaps and bounds throughout your career.
Yeah, why not? Then I guess the other side of that, and this is going to sound like a dumb question, but why not just keep it all for yourself and try to do all things for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, so there, like, I really don't have much if I don't have my network, and I don't have much if I don't have the people I work with. I mean, I'm actually going out into the marketplace right now and giving some stuff away for free because it's inspiring and it's motivating and it cultivates new ideas. So right now, one of the things that I think is very interesting is I'm on Reddit. My username is just Robert Brill, and I'm in the small business, I'm in the marketing subreddits, and I'm also on Quora answering marketing questions, answering questions for people who need help with startups, with the decision, when do I start marketing? How do I fund my business? How do I grow my business through the use of advertising? It's talking about things like, do I have time or do I have money? If I have money, I do one thing. If I have time, I do something else to grow my business and to generate awareness. The reason I'm doing that is because, number one, this is the only thing I know how to do. Like, I will never start a crypto business or a drop shipping business, right? Like, all I know is digital and programmatic advertising. And I get fueled by talking to people and understanding their business challenges. And I'm realizing I have knowledge that can help people grow. And I'm just giving that away because it helps me write more interesting things. It helps me think about things differently. And certainly it helps me provide better solutions, overall marketing solutions to our clients. So it's a waste in a number of ways to just keep it all for myself. I have to share this stuff.
I completely agree. And I really love that model. It's, for us, I think when we started the idea, and I think especially when a lot of agency owners start, they're working as a freelancer and, they get a customer and the customer says, well, hey, can you do this? And the answer is always like, yeah, I could do that. I could do anything. You're going to pay me.
Yeah,
And
I've been there.
so, but that's not sustainable. I mean, you'll burn yourself out. You just, you become a jack of all trades. And, if you're a generalist, you just, there's some inherent challenges to just pitching yourself as a generalist, as opposed to, I do these one or two or three things better than anybody else on the planet. And, I really love that model, but, it solves a major problem. Think about it from the perspective of your clients who, most clients that we work with have more than one need. They have more than one problem that needs to be solved. And if I can serve as a resource and say, well, I don't build sales funnels, but I'll tell you what, I've got a really good sales funnel guy that I've been working with for over a year. I trust him with my own work. He's done some exceptional work. I mean, I can vouch for his quality. As a matter of fact, I'll show you some examples. Let me know if you're open to an intro. Of course, my funnel guy loves that I can say that. And similarly, he doesn't do media. Well, we do a lot of media. So he says, if someone's like, well, hey, how do I get in the press? It's like, oh, man, you don't need to talk to anybody else. Let me intro you to Josh. So that's kind of the idea, right?
You've got it. Like the more you're in a position, this is what I found over the years, right? And this is exactly sort of a different way of saying what you're saying, which is the more you're positioned as a strategic partner and solutions provider, and the less of a single dimension product or service, the more you are entrenched with a customer and the more value you bring and the more likely you are to have a long-term customer relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. So who are like some of the people that you're in your valuable network? Obviously you're, sharing business with them, and I guess the math on this is like, we all have our own inbound client opportunities. And so now if you have a network of people, they're all getting inbound, they're all working with clients that are hopefully on the up and up. I mean, if they're working with you, they're wanting to be seen and celebrated. They want to get their message in front of clients. So they're investing in growth. That's a really hot lead for a partner.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think it's just about, for us, when we make recommendations for partners, we definitely ask, we vet. We got to vet both ways. If the partner's too small, then we don't want to burden our partners with partners that, with opportunities that aren't in their fit. So we've got, at the end of the day, like, we've got a duty. Our duty is to provide a strong strategic recommendation for both our client and the partners we're recommending if it's not something that we do. And so it takes a long time to vet people. Like, it literally takes years for me to feel comfortable with someone to the point where I can say, okay, now I'm just going to, every time I have SEO business or every time I have social marketing business, I'm just going to throw this over to you. Or I have strategic business, business and marketing, like top line strategic things, I'm going to refer them to you. Like, it has to be vetted. And if it's not vetted, I definitely say that it's not vetted.
Yeah. Right. And so in your world right now, what are some observations that you have in the advertising space? I think historically, most, particularly digital business owners, kind of look at their advertising options as, well, it's kind of got two options. That's pretty much it. Other than if you count like, email and SEO and that sort of thing. And that's Facebook and Google. We've seen a lot of evolution with Facebook over the past couple of years. And so where does that leave you?
Yeah. So what we generally say, if we're talking to a small client, a lot of times we'll say, should you even be advertising? So the reason why a company may not want to be advertising right now is because they don't have the message down. They don't know what to say to inspire and motivate a potential customer and turn that into a sale, right? So if you're spending money to amplify the wrong message, that's kind of a waste. Now, so
Yeah.
that goes back to, do you have time or do you have money? If you have time and you don't have money, you want to figure out what your right message is and what people respond to. If you do have money but you don't have time, so there's a fast build, you're going to have to learn that stuff, and you're going to have to pay for it by running hundreds of different creative variations and defining what message is the right message for your customers. And advertising has a really good way of doing that. Now, the other thing that I think a lot of customers in the mid-sized marketing pool are not really aware of is that, look, you can, with the same precision that you run ads on like Facebook or Google, you can run ads on Roku or Hulu or DirecTV or Amazon Fire TV, Amazon Fire Stick, or digital audio, like the digital audio stream of Kiss FM or Power 106. You can run and target people who just bought Oreos at the supermarket last week. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then of course, digitally, with banners, with video, with Facebook, with Snap, with TikTok, you have the ability to target very precision audiences. I think one of the most interesting things is targeting people who walked into a specific location and serving them ads because they're there at the moment, and then remarketing them after they've left. And so we do that a lot with conferences. So I was at the Inc. 5000 conference in Phoenix a couple weeks ago.
I was there with you.
You were.
Yeah, isn't that? It was like we connected on LinkedIn, but right. I'm not sure if we saw each other or talked to each other or whatever. But yeah, I saw you were in. I thought, man, maybe we chatted there. I wasn't sure. I was waiting for you to bring it up. I didn't want to look like a fool.
So what I did is I ran ads on Facebook and banners to people who are at the conference. And I have a text that is beautiful. The guy says, we just met yesterday, and now you're in my Facebook feed with a sponsored ad, with an ad.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I love that. And I got so much good engagement on the ad where people were just talking about it. And so I think that's the type of precision targeting that that is not even in the sphere of like possibility for a lot of companies. And our job is not to sell. Our job is to evangelize the incredible business building opportunities that are available in the marketplace and find the right solution for the right customer.
Yeah. Wow. So over the next, say, 6 to 12 months, so congratulations on being on the Inc. 5000, by the way. Yeah. And so where do you go from here?
Yeah. So I'll tell you, over the last, 9 months, we've grown beautifully.
No kidding. And by the way, let me amend my earlier question. Inc. 500, 4 years in a row.
You're Inc. 500. Nice.
No, you are. No, we're
on the Inc. 500. This is our first time we're on the Inc. 500.
Oh, congratulations. No, so I actually got in on the military program. So we're not quite ready for Inc. 5000 yet. We'll probably, we hope to hit it next year. But as a military veteran, they every year you apply, and if you didn't make the list, but you're a military veteran-owned business, you can apply and be a part of a contingency where they actually scholarshiped myself and about 20 some other business owners, and we got to attend.
That's incredible.
For free. You've got some special time with Bob Parsons. It's a hookup. It's a real
you were
hookup.
The Bob Parsons lunch. I was there too. Was it a lunch?
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was sitting in that room too. That's fine. That's great. So I probably have a photo of you with the group selfie that we did.
Yeah, I will have to check that photo. See, there's so much going on. It's like, and especially Robert, I mean, you're a marketer. You'd love to do business, obviously, with a lot of folks in at that conference. It's a little bit like being a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we could be doing something together, and we could be doing something together.
Exactly. The conference was incredible. And, for this coming year, we're pushing aggressively into sales. One of the things I've learned this year is that I've sort of doubled down on the value and opportunity that emotional IQ brings. And for better or for worse, I don't have an incredibly strong emotional IQ. I realized that one of the challenges we were facing was that. And so I hired Tony Price, our director of client services, who has incredibly high emotional IQ. And he has done an incredible job of sort of developing process within our organization. Every nook and cranny is memorialized, so everyone knows what their swim lanes are. And he's just such an incredible person to manage and steward our team. And so into this year, or into 2020, we're looking at much more focus on selling. We've invested in some tools that will help us sell better. I'm doing a lot more marketing, value driven content marketing, and so speaking engagement. And so as a result, I'm like, this is going to be an incredible year.
Wow.
I'm super
Well, again, congratulations. Yeah, congratulations on hitting the list. And again, you're on the web at brillmedia.co. And Robert, who's an ideal client for you?
That's kind of a tough thing, because ideally we want to work with agencies. What we like to do is work with agencies who do creative, do video, do direct response television, who do out of home, and who know that they need to augment their business with digital and programmatic and hyper-local media. And what we end up doing is, in some cases, we're a white label. So I've been on the phone with people, and I have someone else's email address, and they don't know about Brill Media. They just know that I'm the pixel guy or whatever. I'm the digital guy.
Yeah.
So we like those types of relationships, because at the end of the day, we're a media activation business. For advertisers who we work with directly, these are advertisers who want to build their business and who are probably spending between $25,000 and $100,000 a month in advertising, to generate sales, to generate leads, to get people into a specific store location, to get an app download. Those are the types of clients that we work with. And I'll tell you, so one of the core sort of elements of our business is we're kind of like a chameleon. We adopt and adapt to the circumstances that our clients need, because we have the foundational knowledge to build a lot of different types of businesses. Some people who are working with us, all they're really interested in is digital out of home, and a different company is interested in really low cost direct response media, and another one is really interested in just lead generation. And so the types of campaigns they bring us are those we serve a specific fit within the larger mix that they provide. And I think that speaks to our knowledge and our versatility in the marketplace, and our ability to really drive results in a variety of different verticals.
Yeah, terrific. Well, Robert Brill, you're the founder and CEO of Brill Media on the web at brillmedia.co. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
Hey, I'll let my editor decide. Let me do that last line again. So Robert Brill, you're the founder and CEO of Brill Media, and you're on the web at brillmedia.co. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Josh.
All right. I'll let them decide if they want to edit that out.
Totally.